Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got kind of a smaller batch of rocks to show off, but there's still some really cool ones. So let's get right into them. I don't even really know which one to start with. I usually start with like the biggest one, so that would be this one. Just a big old moss agate, or Montana agate. I don't know that I'd really call this one a moss agate. I mean, there's like a couple of really tiny spots. But other than that, it's just kind of plain. But it took a nice shine, if you don't mind the fingerprints. There's definitely some more interesting rocks in here. Like this one, another Montana agate. But this one definitely does have like some mossy patterns in it. It's kind of interesting because it's really just that really thin spot right there. And you can also see some bands very faintly. Kind of depends on the angle too. This one's a different type of agate. This one's Lake Superior. And that is really cool. Especially when I get the fingerprints wiped off of it. Look at all those amazing patterns. And that big quartz smile. It's like it's grinning. I'm really happy with how that one turned out. And I spent a long time tumbling that one. We have another type of agate. This one's Crazy Lace. Definitely crazy. The variety in Crazy Lace is always interesting. Here's another one. Like, look at the different color compared to the last one. The last one was just kind of gray. This one's got yellows and reds, maybe a little green. Interesting stuff. Here's another more white gray one. I think this one is moss agate. Definitely interesting though. Oop. Another Crazy Lace. This one's also Crazy Lace. I think this is the last one of the Crazy Lace. I'm not sure what this one is. It didn't take the best shine. Like you can see from the light, a lot of spots that just didn't quite get as shiny. But it's still a really beautiful rock. I ordered a bunch of like mixed rock. So this was one of the ones that came with it. So if you know what this is, feel free to let me know in the comments. Same thing with this green one. I have no idea what this is. Definitely pretty. And then this orange one. Here's another rock that came in that batch. I think this one's sodalite. But I could be wrong on that. Again, not really sure what that one is. That one might actually be a local rock. This one's a local rock. I can't tell, but I think this one is this one. I think this one's jasper. I have one that looks a lot like this that I believe is actually an agate because there is some like banding in there. But this one I believe is just jasper. But I see a spot with some metallic shiny stuff in there. It's always cool. This big one is definitely Mary Ellen jasper. The swirls. A lot more iron. And this stuff is interesting because it's a fossil. And these swirly patterns are fossilized colonies of basically blue-green algae. This might be my favorite rock in the whole batch. This is another piece of Mary Ellen jasper. And it's really hard to see the swirls, but they're really cool. They're just so dark. And I love the like speckles of gray metallic in between. Just fascinating stuff. This is one of the oldest fossils you can find. And they say it's anywhere from like 1.8 to 2.2 billion years old, which is just crazy. Here's another local piece of jasper. Quite a few of these red rocks are jasper. Like this one's lytic jasper. These red rocks are actually tiger's eye. So I'm not sure if these are naturally red like this or if they're gold ones that have been heat treated. But either way, they're so much fun to play with, rotating them back and forth. Yeah, I got quite a few of those. Tiger's Eye, you have to be careful when you tumble. Like, these are all done with a vibratory tumbler, so I was okay, but I have done some with a rotary tumbler, and you have to use a lot of like ceramic media or cushioning material, otherwise the edges get banged up on them, and they turn kind of white. I could just spend hours just playing with these in the light. Another Montana agate. Not much super interesting going on with here. Lots of fractures on the back. This one's almost like a guitar pick. Pretty thin guy. Speaking of thin guys, I don't know what kind of agate this is. But I'm surprised this one didn't break. I mean, I'm glad it didn't, but this is probably the thinnest rock that I've tumbled. But it turned out really nice. You can see through it. Have some pieces of quartz in here. These are actually like tumbled quartz crystal points. I think this one might be one too, just a weird shaped one. Ah, here's what I was talking about with the edges turning white when they get banged up. This one might be one of my favorites from the batch. This one's another Montana agate. And I get a lot of people when I show tumbled rocks that say that they look good to eat. And I always think they're weird. Just kidding. But I never really like understood that until this one. This one, I just get like the call of the void to eat it. It looks like it would taste really good. I don't know how else to describe it. It looks like it would be like an orange or peach flavored gummy. And I'm a sucker for gummy candy, so yeah. Guess I'm a weirdo. A little bit of bands. few more of these red tiger's eye. Yeah, this one's actually bigamite. So you can see not quite as pronounced as the red tiger's eye, but there's definitely some flash in there. Another really thin rock. Another piece of quartz. I think this one's a Montana agate. And a little tiny piece of red tiger's eye. Alright, that's all I have for you. If you want to check out some other batches of rocks that I've tumbled, I'll leave some videos that you can click on. Till then, I'll see you next time.